you should have been doing.
Wow! General Hand Grenade back. It's night 2 of our game, and the game has already started. It started with nobody here but Mr. Cheater over here, rolling by himself in the dark. How many takes did you have to do to?
No,
to beat
whatever.
me in
It was
Spain
all
there?
on camera.
Anyway,
You know that.
he lost in Abyssinia here though, didn't you?
So I lost 3 infantry and didn't take 1 damn Abyssinian off. So that.
You didn't lose your plane?
No, I retreated before then. I wanted to keep my cavalry and my fighter. So that is now how it is after the battle.
That's pretty sweet. You know, if you go after Eritrea there, the war is over.
Maybe.
You sure you don't want to put your this guy up here up in
We
Eritrea?
haven't finished the battle yet, but just to give you an update here. I don't know. Now, since we attacked from both ends, can I bring that cavalry up to Eritrea?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you to do, man.
But
because
Kai Smollett,
Eritrea is part of this
one.
battle.
It's worth 1 though, right?
I know, but if he takes Eritrea, war's over.
What do you mean the war's over?
The war in Abyssinia is over. He won.
Okay, well,
That's what I'm telling you.
then we'll do that.
So that was Panzer King. In case you haven't guessed, we're playing some global war again, and Dan's here. He's the allies. He's the Abyssinians. Dan. Anyway, so I came you did your turn already, and you were in Spain there. Nothing much happened in first turn, right?
Well, the Italian turn hasn't finished yet, but yes.
We'll do your turn.
Yeah. Okay, I will keep on doing my turn, and you can do your turn.
Yeah. So he took 1 guy in Spain, and I took 1 guy back. It was really thrilling. You should have seen it. And then nothing happened. Oh, these guys tried to influence somebody. That didn't work. And you tried to influence somebody in South America. That didn't work. And the Russians, they did get 1 influence in Turkey. And a bunch of other people tried. They didn't get their influence. So Russia's the only one here. I guess there's only been 2 tries. But Russia's the only one with some influence. The British were conservative. They were trying to get their factory, weren't they? Trying to upgrade their factory up there. They still need another turn to do that because the major factories give you rolls for your technology. And the Americans are just taking their turn right now. What did you do for the Americans? Are you going to try to influence South America down here?
What, for myself?
Yeah.
Dan's the Americans.
Oh,
We
Dan.
will see. I have to take a tally of my money.
$6.
$6.
Go spend it all in one place.
You lucky bastard.
You
Well,
can spend
I
up to
think-
$3 down here. I'd go for these Brazilians. They're looking pretty special.
Well, actually, I think I'm going to go for a neutral country.
Really?
Because if we run out of neutrals in South America, that's the only thing we're competing over when we influence things.
Really?
You know?
Well, he can influence these guys if he
You
wants.
cannot influence Pro Ally.
He can have a coup.
Yeah. What's the odds of that?
It's a
happening?
coup.
What
You
are
watch
the
it.
odds?
You guys
Watch
debate
it.
that on pouring a drink.
Don't take your eyes off him.
But I think the first thing Americans do is get
We don't have all the pieces for South America. That's why the chips are on here, so we can tell who's pro-Allied and who's pro-Axis. I need to get an order, Doug. So you're just going to do that? What else are the Americans going to do? They should lend at least $50 to the Russians
Or
this
Abyssinia.
turn.
I don't think they can lend you something yet. They're still isolationist.
Yeah.
I think they need some sort of threshold to.
Yeah, they have to be at 15 or something, don't they?
Actually, it might be higher.
No, I think it's 15.
Yep, 15. So let's do.
So you're not going to influence America?
No, I think I will.
You will?
Just want to figure out. It cost me what, $3, right?
Up to 3. You can spend 1 and have to roll a 1 though. 2, roll a 2, 3, roll a 3. Cuba's got a plane. So the Peru, these guys, the red guys here are pro-Axis, and these guys are pro-Axis. These guys are pro-Allied. The Mexicans, that's what you need. Look at these guys.
And they give me a.
I want you, Dan.
They give me a special thing for my noise at work.
Yeah, they
I
do.
have to align them first before I can.
And you
draw
have to,
action.
you gotta jump through a flaming hoop too,
I'm just thinking.
and drink a beer at the same time. It could happen though.
All right.
He doesn't know what he's gonna do.
I have no idea what I'm
I'll
doing.
tell you what, we're gonna come back in a while and find out what he did. Okay, so Dan, he thought he was a superstar there, and he rolled. What did you roll? A 1?
2.
2? But you spent $3, so you
Yep.
wasted $1 then.
It's the dollar.
Anyway, so as you can see, he got Brazil here. Now we were surprised, but when we read the rules, but it says that you align the Americans or the Germans. Now I know the original rules were that you were only going to be able to influence them if you were at war with a major power. But I pointed out to them that that wasn't going to work because then Germany could start long before the Americans and probably the Russians in there. And so they would be able to influence everybody first, and that's the problem they were having with diplomacy as well. So they've changed the rules so that you could try to influence them at any time. But what that has done is given Brazil to the Americans on the very first turn. So I guess that's how you do it. And with the Monroe Doctrine, like what's going to happen if like the Argentinians go to the Germans, say on the next turn, well then the Americans can attack the Argentinians without declaring war just because of the Monroe Doctrine. So that's kind of interesting. Way to go, Dan. And then he was going to attack a sub up there because the other thing on the Monroe Doctrine is if you put something within one space of North or South America, so like these boats down here you could attack as well if they became German, then he could attack those as well without declaring war. So that's where we are. Oh, we're gonna roll again for South America, aren't we?
Yes,
Dan's
we are.
gonna roll this time. He's feeling lucky.
Let's see.
That does
Not
come.
a
You
viable
couldn't do
roll.
that again if you tried.
No, he could not.
Almost. That's
We
a
have
9.
9, so 9 is Japanese influence.
Ooh.
That doesn't sound like something I'm gonna like. If Peru is neutral or Axis aligned, place a sub base in Peru. Japan may use this base. Once Peru is not Axis aligned, remove that base. Place 1 free Japanese sub in C Zone 106. So there you go. I'll get the sub base. You get the Japanese sub.
Oh.
I think you cheated. So it's Germany's turn. Is that right?
Germany's turn is in 1937. This is true.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's weird having extra stuff early in the game. Peru, right? There we go. A sub base. A Japanese one. For now. We'll see.
Those
It's not the Americans.
Peruvian
The
fishermen.
Americans could attack this guy now if they wanted to.
It would be hard to get there though, because
Yeah.
you can't move ships in the Pacific.
Yeah.
So officially, guys, we are in 1937. Took a bit to get there, but you know what? We are in 1937, and this
So
is the
what are you
world.
buy then?
So I have 4 technology rolls. I'm going to influence Turkey. I've already greased them with an extra $1 on their thing, so I got to get 4 less. Argentina, Germany is also spending $3 to try to influence them. And also we are finishing off the battle cruiser, Graf Spee, that is in dry dock right now. And we've also bought an airplane fighter for the Spanish Civil War for the Nationalists.
Oh, look at you. All right. So do some rolling first.
So, let's do some rolling technology rolls first. We're gonna roll improved construction and see if we get it. We need 7 or more. We got 2. Did not get that.
I was cheering for you that time.
Oh, I know you were. Improved factories, 7 or more. We have that one.
That's
That is
nice.
improved. Wartime economy, 7 or more. And we have that one too as well. We move up 1 spot. And advanced submarines, 8 or more. And we don't get that. So 2 out of 4, not too bad. There we go. And let's do the Turkey influence roll. We have to do 4 or less.
Now, maybe I want to just hold up 1 second. Oh, never mind. You do have a major port.
Yep, on the Spanish coast there.
Yes, he does.
3. So
3.
the Germans do influence Turkey.
No, they don't.
Well, influence Turkey this one turn. They have 3 more to go.
Turkey's just thinking
So,
about them.
you can put that
They didn't
one
really
away.
influence them.
So, but that's a.
Hey, wait,
minor-
oh, there it is. Okay.
This is the interesting roll, though. We need to get a 3 or less for Argentina, and this might turn out to a giant war in South America. We'll see what happens. 10, so nothing.
Oh,
Another $3 wasted.
a big nothing. So what else happened? Nothing happened. KMT threw some crap on. And Italy, what'd they do? Italy threw a guy down in Spain. I think that's all Italy did. Oh yeah, they failed this attack. That's right. I forgot about that. And we're gonna come back later. Okay, so it's Russia's turn, and they lent Abyssinia a militia, right?
$2.
Well, it was a militia. I didn't lend them $2. I lent them a militia. And now, what else did I do? Turkey. I'm gonna buy for $3. So I paid $2 to the bank, and I paid 1 to Turkey to try to influence them. So I need a 4 or less instead of a 3 or less. And it's a 2. Excellent.
My Lord.
Excellent. So let's just take
No, it's like, I got
This-
it.
here, take this and the Russian. There we go. And what else did I have? Oh, right, I have this guy for the Republicans. I don't have any moves to make for those guys. So let's put this down over here. There we go. Spain's going down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go after your plane here. The nationalists just built a plane here. I'm gonna go after him.
Please.
The dude and a horsey. Of course, my planes are gonna be exposed after that. Okay, so I got a dude at 2.
Don't forget to swap that board around to the attack board.
That, oh, geez, that's mountain territory, isn't
It is indeed, sir.
So I'll go to 1. And then the cavalry down to 2. But not the planes. You're using grain for the fighters?
Whatever you want.
That should be 6, right? What color are the other guys? Orange? Okay. Should we bring it over here? Now that you see where I'm gonna find them? Okay. So I was seeing online there that people were wondering how to do hit dice for these things. And if you got a ton of dice like this, one thing that you can do is you can put dice down there, like it's from the same color. So this is my infantry, this is my cavalry, this is my fighter, and this is my, it's medium bomber, isn't it? And then I've got the dice in my hand. So I roll these dice, and then I know what they are down here. Rather than taking the units off the board and putting the units over here, I put dice down for them. But you need a lot of dice to do that, right? So, what do we got? That's a hit, that's a hit. That's 2 hits, that's both of you.
You got those hits.
So, you got 1 at 4, 1 at 6.
And I have a hit and a hit.
Oh,
2
look
hits.
at you. So I didn't take the territory, that sucks.
That is very good for me. Thank you.
Should have. Okay, so that's this guy off and this guy off.
And I will take your guys off just for fun.
And these guys are gonna go back. And that guy is gonna go on.
Did you do a recruitment roll?
Not yet, that's at the end of my turn.
Alright.
So, what do I got? Just 2 territories. That sucked. Okay, so 2 territories. Gotta roll a 2 or less. 7. A 2 plus 5, isn't that what it is?
Exactly.
New
You
rule,
are
new rule.
Bang on.
Okay, so that's these guys. Now, check out these guys down here. So what these guys are gonna do, I just happen to have $3 on me. China loves it when you got $3. Because there's a warlord territory here. There's 3 territories. So what I would need to do is roll a 3 or less. But you can also grease them up to the amount of territories, right? So I just happen to have 3 IPCs here for the Chinese. So now I need a 6 or less to influence those 3 warlords.
This could be the change of history right now.
Yeah, this could be Mao getting on his horse. So let's check it out. We should go with red, right? Red,
Yes,
red China.
communist red.
That's a 6 if I ever saw one.
I think they have become communist.
They have become communists. So that's pretty cool. That's the new rules. So the 3 warlords. I don't need to change those on camera, but who's next?
I can do it for you.
Oh, it's Japan's turn next.
It is Japan's turn
We'll just take Japan's turn, and I will just finish off here.
Okay, sounds good.
So that means that I'm going to go up in money too, because so I started with 2. There's 3. Is this one worth any? I don't think so. Oh, it is 2. 4, 5, 6. Holy crap! PK's worth. I'm just styling now. $6 for the communists. So they go to 8. Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever been at 8 with the communists. Check that out. Oh, and I got my rolls up there to do too. So, with the Russians. Now we're gonna go for advanced artillery. 3, that's a miss. And let's try heavy armor. 8, that's a hit. And long range aircraft. 1, that is certainly a miss. Okay then, heavy armor goes up 1. Perfect. All right, I guess that's the end of my turn. Hard to believe that the Chinese got just as much money as the Russians. What alternate universe is this?
Japan just bought a whole shit of Marines and
Okay, so I did something wrong there. Dan just pointed out. Dan, I thought we were almost allies.
Almost.
Fucker. So anyway, I thought that I would get to roll a 3 or less because of the warlord. There's 3 territories there. But what it is how many territories the CCP has. And right now they only have 1. So I could only influence it by 1. And that means that the roll needed to be I could spend one, not three. So I could have rolled a 2, but it didn't work though, because I rolled a 6. So that's wrong. But I do get $2 back though, because I spent more than I could on the roll. But anyway, that's the rule. How many territories the CCP has? I thought it was how many that. This is still better to go after first though, because there's 3 territories there. But I just thought that was the way it went. But you can see though, once they, like if they do get that one, then all of a sudden they've got 4 territories, right?
Yeah, but you might want to go for the ones into the mountains first,
Why?
because that's like #1 meal for Japan.
What?
If you take all that stuff, Japan will eventually just come in and take it back.
I see.
Whereas if you work your way
Well,
this
I
way,
just thought that like that would get you more dice though.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
If
honestly,
you get the one with 3, then it's
if
more
I was
dice.
a communist, I would still take Beijing or Peking, whatever, it doesn't matter. My personal opinion, regardless of whatever Japan decides to do.
And you could also attack these guys over here in Manchuria, right? So all of a sudden the communists will have a shit ton of guys up there. Anyway, did that wrong, but that's okay. I did my recruitment rolls as well and didn't get those. So Japan is cheating up a storm over there. Where did you put all your shit? What'd you buy?
I'm still moving shit.
What'd you buy?
I bought 5 Marines and an infantry. And we
You
are
can't buy
done.
5. You can't buy 5 Marines on one turn.
Sorry, 4 Marines.
You can only buy 2 Marines.
Well, then fuck, why didn't you tell me that?
Well, you can buy 2 Special Marines as well.
Well, I'll put them as SNLF or whatever the fuck.
Like you can buy 2 Marines and 2 SNL. Like with specialty infantry, you can only buy 2 per turn. Doesn't matter what they are. Could be mountain, it could be anything.
Okay,
right?
it's a good point because I did not know that, and thanks for reminding me because I've been a bad boy when it comes to that. But they're an extra $1 each, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're $5.
So
a
that
set.
means Japano will save $1, and we will take that infantry off. And honestly, that's not a bad deal. I'll take that infantry. Oh, put that back there. There they go.
Okay.
Okay, we're done. It's all clean.
You're done?
Everybody's honest. We're happy. And
No,
now,
Dad's gonna go.
it's the Americans.
No, it's the British.
Well, no, sorry, it's the Allies.
And Miley's totally uninterested. What can you say, Miley? So anyway, we're just, I don't know, we're at the end of some turn here. And we're going to stop for the night because we got shit to do tomorrow. And this is Friday night, so we're going to come back on Sunday afternoon. And I'm not going to put a video out until after Sunday's session. Just because I don't think this one will be very long. So, go through what's happened here. Nothing more has happened in South America. Just that one American influence. The Americans are up to 5 factories now, majors, so they can roll 5 dice. And Germans are up to 4. Germany hasn't really tipped their hand yet. They saved $10 that last turn. They've been trying to influence down here. I don't think they tried this time though, but they did manage to influence one here. So it's 3 for the Russians, 3 for the Axis, and 1 for the Allies. So I was going to take 1 turn off this turn because I was 3 before them. I've got 3 for 3 on my rolls on that one because you know, if you get it too soon, then Turkey doesn't have a lot. Like they keep getting more and more as time goes on, right? So getting them in 4 turns kind of robs you of getting a lot of the stuff that they would get, but it's better getting it than not. If they'd missed 1 roll, then I think I'd take 1 roll off here. But because they're at 3, all you need is 4 successful attempts. So the next one between the Axis and the Russians that get, that's going to be who gets Turkey. Abyssinia is getting stronger, but the problem is that there's not much there. Like they're hoping that when they go to war that they're going to be French, but he had to build it the way he did. But it'd be nicer now. You see, he's put the railway in there, so they can come down the British Railway now, and they can buy something more than just infantry and fighters. That's why you see the artillery on there. If France had more money, then they can help out more, but they just don't have more money than that, right? FEC haven't really done anything, just building up down there. You can see Japan there. He's setting up for the Dutch Panacook, or something like it, right? Like he's put all his transport capacity and dudes and stuff, and he's just one turn away from moving more shit there, and then coming down and taking the Dutch islands, or Anzac, or the FEC, or turning around and going back to China. He's definitely setting something up there. I think next turn or the turn after is going to be the telling turn on that one. The Russians haven't. It's I'm finding, man, they sure don't have a lot of money, because there's no way they can get more money. There's not a whole bunch of little increases at the beginning of the game, like say the French or the British get, and also the Axis, they get a little bit of an increase here and there, but the Russians don't get anything, so they only get $8 a turn, and they haven't been able to do much except for those 3 influences. If they can get Turkey, then it'll be worth it for sure. And the Americans, what are you doing over there?
Just building up.
Just building up. Doesn't look like it's very big. I guess you got your extra factory now. Did you end up? Oh, you couldn't land lease anybody, could you?
Not yet.
Not yet. What's this? So you put a seaplane down here?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Looks like he's trying some.
He's got a seaplane down here, and he's got some destroyers in the neighborhood.
Sneaky fuck.
He's coming after you. Anyway, so that's it for tonight. That's it for Friday night. We'll be back on Sunday. Okay, so it's Sunday. We're back in the Lions Den. Pretty nice outside. Still a little cool though. Not even room temperature out. It looks nice though. What did you do? Yeah, so anyway, Panzer King, he rolled last time. He, for the random events table for Latin War. And it doesn't say anything about re-rolling if you get doubles. But the thing is, you only roll every year and there's 12 things to get, right? So you got more than double of number of things that you can get. So we figured, let's just re-roll. If something has already happened, let's re-roll it. Because we're still only going to use half the things on the list. And why play an expansion if you're not going to utilize it, right? So anyway, we're going to do that first. And you're gonna film it. Madman Dan, madman behind the camera. And it's the Russian turn because you went, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They went and Germany did nothing. So we're gonna roll over here. This is the random event for this year. Allied coup. That's for you, Dan.
Excellent.
So what happens here? A coup pushes one Latin American nation further into the Allied camp. If it's pro-Allied, it goes to the U.S. If it's neutral, it becomes pro-Allied. See, this is the stuff we were talking about that we don't have to go through as a Russian. We just have a hard time getting it.
And this is the one you roll right here. So what number you roll.
All right, so I roll again, and we'll see what happens. That's an 8.
That is Mexico.
Oh.
So that means he gets it.
He gets Mexico.
Okay, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
So the Allied coup gets him Mexico because it was already
pro-allies.
Pro-allies. So anyway, we're going to carry on here. I'll let him switch it around. I can finish filming. So Russian turn. This is what we're going to do. We're going to try to grease Turkey. My first 3 turns of the game, I got my roll for Turkey. You had to get a 4 or less, and so that's pretty lucky. And I wouldn't roll this time. You know, I'd like to put it off, but the Axis also have 3. Where's the Turkey card? It's over there. They also have 3, so I'm gonna have to roll for it because I don't want them to have it. So, but the reason I don't want it so soon is because I want the money to build up over there, and I want units to build up. Like more and more units keep going on, right? We just put 2 units on just now, 2 infantry, but like planes come on and shit. You know, it'd be nice to win it later, but I guess if I have to win it, we're going to do it right now. So we're going to grease them with that dollar. Here, give that to the Turks. Okay, let's roll that dice. We need a 4 or less. He gets a 1. Okay, I'm going home. So anyway, Turkey goes to the Russians. And that dollar, yeah, all that money, That whole pile there, that goes to me. So I'll keep rolling here. I got some more things happening. So the Russians work a little bit different than the Axis and the Allies down in Latin America. So they can influence it, like they can try to align anybody, but they don't get to grease them up to 3, so it's 3 or less. They have to pay $1 and they have to roll a 1, and they can take anybody. Doesn't matter what they're pro this or that or whatever. So I'm gonna go for Argentina, and it's a 1.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
So the Russians become Argentina. You heard it here first, folks. Look at that, 2 1s. How many times did I have to keep coming back to your house and filming to get that? So then I've got my technology here. I've got 3 major factories. So I'm gonna roll for heavy armor and jet fighters and long range aircraft up there.
There's nothing on the West Coast.
So
Oh, it's exciting.
we want to stop rolling 1s right about now. What do I need for heavy armor? 8? Nope, God, missed it. So then jet fighters. 5, that's a miss, and then long range aircraft. 11, I got that one. Okay. So that one goes up 1.
Might have to attack the Russians now, damn it.
There we go. We're on the board with that one.
Cool.
Now, I've already moved my stuff around because there was only
So
like
these are all going to be
2 or
Russians.
3 guys. I moved some guys down here, down to the south. I haven't done anything else, and all I bought, I saved $2, and I've got 1 dude, and he's going on right here in Leningrad. And the Russian turn is done. Madman Dan goes wild.
I don't like that communist influence in South America.
Oh
I
yeah,
think we're gonna have to do something about
I
that.
bet you.
Please do. I would like it.
Funnel some money to the Contras.
Yeah, see, like he can fight back now, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, like anybody that's in North America, it's the Monroe Doctrine. The Americans, regardless of turn or income level or anything else, they can attack ships that are 1 space away from North or South America, or countries that have been taken by somebody else, and units on there. So we could be seeing a war in South America already. Who would have thought it would be between? I wasn't even going to do. I thought that $1 in the end there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go for Argentina.
Best fuck you ever spent.
I know. I was just going to save that $1. I'm glad I didn't. We'll be back later, getting near the end of July or January 38. He's deciding what he's going to do down here now. I think he's going to leave the Russians because the Germans could swoop in there and cause some trouble. You got the Russians and the Americans just killing each other. We realized that you shouldn't have factories on there. It was in we were going by the setup from the original game out of box, whereas the Latin America rules don't have a factory on Rio or Buenos Aires. What you gonna do?
I will be rolling for Cuba.
Cuba. What are you gonna get?
I'm gonna get a 2. A 4. Okay.
You got a 4?
Yeah.
You should have greased them.
Yeah, for $3 it only stays at 4 though. I mean on 3 or below.
Okay. What else you gonna do? You got a lot of
some tech.
technology.
Jet fighters. Nope. I can't advance past stage 2, correct?
That's right.
So that's 1. Long range aircraft. That's got it.
Yeah. Move long range aircraft up for the Americans. Well, what else is he working on there?
Improve construction.
7?
I think so.
What's improved construction at?
7, I think.
Improved construction is 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay, put an American one on there too.
All right. Now I want to decide to get.
Geez, you sure had them up when you got so many rolls.
Heavy carriers.
7. I don't think that's
Seven
gonna do
off
it.
heavy battleships.
8, yeah.
And
Heavy
no,
battleships.
heavy battleships. Nope.
2.
And I will non-combat some stuff.
No way. Non-combat?
Didn't I have a plane in eastern Mexico?
You should have had a plane in Mexico.
You're right, I forgot to put that on. That's still with me.
Gotta watch those Germans.
Yeah. Good try though, Panzer King. He scoffed the plane. He probably put it on Berlin. No, this is the Blue Demon.
Here,
That's
I'll
what it
give you-
is.
I'll give you
The Blue Demon. He came from Mexico.
there you go.
We'll go fly across the world.
Look at that. The Mexican plane shows up in San Francisco. Taco truck on every corner. What you gonna do?
I can't move anything over here because I'm too isolationist yet.
Yeah, that's right. You can move one space away from the continent. Like you could go up to Hawaii there, right? But you can't move away from the continent. Let's go see what Panzer King is up to. He's buying, this is his first turn, he can buy tanks and mechs. So he's just falling all over himself over here. What do you got here? How many tanks?
There's 4 mexed and 4 medium Panzer IV tanks. Okay. So I'm gonna roll my tech. First one's advanced mech, or do you want me to wait till you're done, or does it matter? Sorry. I'm getting ahead of
Nope,
myself.
I am.
He's got to go with the KMT. They were going to attack Germany.
Well, they can if they really want to.
No, I think you can go ahead. I'll just do some.
What are you going to do?
Okay, so let's do advanced mechanized. We need to get a 7 or more. And we got an 8. That's good.
You got tons of tech. Don't forget your free one this time.
Yeah, I got them. I got all 4. So, and then we're doing heavy bombers. 9 or more. 12. Got that one too.
You can screw off anytime you want.
Long range aircraft. 7
Yeah.
or more. And we got that. That's a 9.
It's you.
And advanced submarines. That's an 8 or more. Miss.
Oh,
And
time.
heavy battleships, 7 or more. And a miss. 60%, not bad. That's good. Let's use
Where'd you buy all this stuff?
all that stuff.
How does you want to attack the Allies? The Russians are your friend.
Well, I hope they are. I want to sign that pack and get some more money from you.
I didn't want. I wouldn't go that far. But.
No, whatever. I know you got turkey. You don't even need to sign it now.
Turkey, I do some cranberry sauce.
So,
I guess my turn's next. What should we buy? Let's go over to see what Russia is doing. So now we've got $8 and a minor factory in Turkey. We could save some money and get a fighter down there. But I think we're gonna get a militia and an artillery. So that's $6. I don't know where the turkey stuff is, but these guys, I don't think I'll go for South America anymore. Like, what's the point, right?
You good mark already?
oh shoot! And I also still have to roll my my parole or a Peru roll. Sorry.
Peru?
Just I need 1 or less. See if it goes. And a 2. Damn, so close.
Well, you should have greased them.
Yeah, I don't have much money. Close though. Damn, so close.
So, $13 for the Russians. That's the most I've ever had. Because they start off really slow. Maybe that's why I never play them. And these guys here, they know what they're going to do. They're going to try to grease that warlord again. See if they can get him into their camp. And I think Argentina didn't have a transport, did it? I don't think so. So I think it's time they bought a transport. So that's 7. I got 6 left.
Between June and October 19,
Alright, transport for Argentina.
the greatest air battle
Yeah.
ever seen.
Oh, yeah, oh, wait, maybe a port maybe.
England and the English Channel.
So
In the Battle of Britain, the German Luftwaffe and the British Royal Air Force waged a bitter struggle for aerial supremacy that lasted.
yeah, transport and a marine. So that's 11. And I'll save 2. There we go. So these guys spent theirs. Yeah, that's all they're doing. You sport done over there or what?
The Battle of Britain wrote a new
I have to plan Western demise.
for the first time.
Oh,
A
yes.
major conflict was fought by air
Well,
forces.
we'll leave you to that. Where are you going to put all this shit? Just tell us that.
That's actually a good question. I haven't finalized that one yet either. It's either going to be somewhere on the Western Front, but I
So
don't
in about
know.
3 weeks, it'll be my turn?
Exactly.
Maybe 10 days? Okay, so what I'm going to do with all of my stuff,
Mounting multiple machine guns.
I'm going to put a transport down in the Dead Sea, and I got to move my ships up. So that's all I'm going to do. I'll let you go now.
Japanese forces land on Celebes unchecked, worth $1.
Panzer King has gone bonsai on the Dutch Islands here.
East
he's
Timor.
going Panacook.
$1.
I shouldn't have made that video.
It's a good video.
No, everybody's Panacooking each other. It's a worldwide phenomenon.
Okay.
And we all have you to blame, Elijah. This is your fault.
I don't think there's any on what's it's
Remember
all.
Tulsa? You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so where do you want to start?
You got-
Let's do this one here. You have 1 militia. I have a battle cruiser, and I'll just take these ships off here into that zone. And then I have 2 marines and an infantry. But obviously I have an infantry, but where did the destroyer land for it? Or was it? Oh, here it is. That's the destroyer. So the destroyer is not part of the bombardment.
There's a transport there.
Yeah, but I also had 1 infantry the destroyer brought in. But can he go into the bombardment -1, or is he not?
Destroyers can't bombard. No.
I thought they got one. Or was it light cruisers maybe?
Light cruisers could have won.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different now. There.
Okay. Yeah. Well, regardless, it doesn't matter. So that's there. But we are attacking.
And this is just a jungle, right?
And how many fighters should it
It's not mountain jungle?
Jungle,
it's jungle.
jungle is. I don't think it's going to help you.
No. If it was a mountain, yeah. But...
Yeah. What are you? Just a militia?
Yep.
No boats?
No, there's no boats in there. No.
So it took you 15 minutes to bring your stuff over here just to kill a militia?
Well, I want to be official. I want to make sure.
Missed.
Marines and.
You mean hit him 4 times?
Sorry, there we go. Okay, so bombardments are, well, battle cruiser, so 3 or less, and battleship 3 or less.
Interlude.
And nothing. And then
We're not watching.
While inland the radar net,
misses.
these were known by
We go to round 2? We go to round 2?
We go to round 2 with that militia.
Oh, look at you go.
Nope.
And bombardments, what happens with them?
Nope.
No more, are they all done?
Coming in.
Okay. 3 infantry.
Nice try though.
Misses.
Come on, man. You got him.
Nope.
You
Misses
guys are
again.
both pathetic.
Nope.
Misses
We should
again.
just go play Barbies again.
Oh, crushed. Crushed.
That's right.
Nope.
Misses again. It's the longest battle in
Let's
Japanese.
go over here. Those guys will eventually settle that. So
Oh,
the
hits.
Russians
Yeah.
bought their first transport.
I'll take one
I
more.
figured I might as well because I got these 3 boats down here. That's a battleship there. So I'm bringing those things
Oh,
over
yeah, that was
here.
only the first
And I have
Well,
Turkey
no,
now, right? So that gives
yeah,
me 2 more
we-
boats,
I think you
plus
understand
those 2 boats, plus
Then
those
you
4
have
boats. All of a sudden I've got a huge navy down here for the Russians, right? But it doesn't do you any good if you don't have transport capacity. So I bought a transport and a marine this time. And we'll get them loaded up and we'll take them somewhere. And I'm thinking maybe don't do anything, let's just roam around. And then at the end of the game, then Russia needs to take
Miss
places
12 o'clock.
for points.
So,
There you go,
okay.
right?
So I think you
Like,
have
it might
one
even
more.
help
but-
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
Put 2 transports down and take a couple more guys.
No.
Because there's no hurry for me to
So
get
it's
out. I don't have to
There's
worry
one,
about
two,
Turkey.
three.
I don't have to worry about the Turkish Straits here because Turkey's my ally, right?
I think that
No matter what happens, unless somebody was to come in and
Yeah,
take
I
out
think you
Giscard
balance them
over there,
with
then,
D12. So.
then I would lose the ability to get out of
Miss,
there.
but that's lost.
So maybe I will wait another turn and get some more
Yeah.
guys in there.
Okay.
Well, you gotta roll one more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't take it. So.
And then Germany.
Nope. That was embarrassing to the Japanese Navy.
Germany put their big stack of tanks and
All
stuff
right.
on Western.
So you get to keep
So I'm
that.
getting close to going.
Hero.
What happened?
Beat him off.
No way.
Yep.
What a pervert.
Okay. Let's do this one. I guess we'll do the naval battle.
Unreal.
defensive strategy.
All right.
They fought like Abyssinians.
So we have.
It's a good
got
thing you moved to
two,
Victoria, you know.
Oh, yeah.
we got 2 fighters in there.
Panzer King would have to kill you.
Man responsible for the RAF.
I don't know what happened to Dan.
Metal
2 fighters.
It was an accident.
So just the 2 fighters?
Well, no. Sorry. I'm just.
Are you sure you took
You got
enough?
us up. So you got 2 fighters. And what else do we have here?
I don't think he took enough this time.
No, actually, I probably didn't. No.
You needed to bring more.
No, I just got. I don't even have a destroyer in there. Shit. Oh, I guess that's over.
What's wrong?
Well, I don't have a destroyer to spot the or to get the sub, right?
So ignore him and go after the land.
But succeeded in saving
Well, I want to destroy the transport,
ill afford to lose.
right?
Yeah.
Do I only have a sub there?
Doubting
Yeah, you just don't get to go after the sun.
strength would again face serious opposition.
Like he can get into the battle if he wants, but he doesn't
Yeah.
have to. He might as well save his sub, right?
Yeah.
Although if my sub kills those 2 planes,
You can't shoot planes.
then, yeah.
To see it through to the end.
But if he's got planes from carriers, then he can shoot that sub.
Well, that's what they are. They are coming from carriers.
But only one space?
Yeah, only
that?
you have to do maritime air patrol to spot subs.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to put them on maritime air
Yeah.
patrol first. So,
But
so
you weren't in range for it.
Where were they?
what? So this one right here next to the sea zone can't hit.
But did he have to move in there though, or was
No,
he?
he was already here. That's where the 4th
Yeah, he
fleet
could have
marker
done
was.
that then.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, you fly one space away.
Yeah, but I think the point is,
Germany's most famous fighter aces.
Like he was already there. He didn't have to move the carrier.
in order to
and
move, the carrier wasn't already there though, right?
The carrier was here. This was,
Oh, was
was
it?
here last turn.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
This plane
I know what
can't.
you're saying
If,
though, but
Okay.
yeah.
this plane can't because he came from Formosa and he's going to land there. So
Close friend and ardent supporter.
So you just gotta roll me and then I gotta submerge, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I get 1 roll. Yeah.
In the third run.
So
Okay.
As well as
okay, so yeah, just 1 roll, but the transport would be an auto kill, I guess.
and the
Yeah.
So what do you got, a 6?
6 or less. Yeah.
known amongst the Nazi community. Goering affected an
That's a miss.
So don't you have another plane?
Well, I do, but that can't fight it though, right? Because that didn't come from a carrier.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
After the fall,
Land.
he spent little time
What's that?
on Luftwaffe.
Yeah, land. Sorry.
Instead,
So are you going to submerge?
Yeah.
He's going to submerge, so
Yeah.
that means the transport's dead.
Yeah.
So it's this one?
Yeah.
for his contribution to Germany's victory.
Yeah.
Hey, you shot that guy. Way to go, Panzer King.
Yeah.
This first guy who's killed the.
On the transport.
I'm going to panic you. Goes down there.
Yeah. Now
I
this is
totally wasted that transport.
Horrible.
Did you see me?
Done critically
okay, so
World star.
by breaking the wizard.
Right, so this is
light cruises, 2 heavy cruisers.
This thing here doesn't do any good unless it's in
yeah.
going after something.
Yeah.
So they're absolutely useless.
2 light, 2 heavies,
Shoot down as many enemy aircraft.
and I can't even use the plane. Yeah.
They're great on offense, though.
So I got a infantry and a militia.
No,
Battle at hand.
you have just a militia there.
Saw his orders to destroy the
I have my marines there. That's probably what you're
They,
seeing.
yeah, they look like there actually is.
Right.
Okay, so
Hey, wait a minute. Hang on.
what's that?
Just give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, maybe they got something.
Operation Sea Lion
I don't think so, though. It wasn't until 39.
would wage
No, I looked. I don't think there is anything. It's not till 39. I'm pretty sure, or even later.
So the last page. You were right here. We're on 38.
RAF Fighter Command was desperately trying to bring its forces to battle readiness.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So you have an infantry and a marine, and
Yep. So I have 2 Marines,
Many pilots have been lost.
and I have my shore bombardment shots. So
So
like,
you gotta go with them first.
what's that?
You gotta go with shore bombardment first.
well, it doesn't matter.
That's
You
what
can
we're
roll
doing.
all at once.
No, no, just
That's
just
what we're
whale
doing
it.
right now. We're doing shore bombardment first.
No.
Some squadrons
What do you mean?
passed their establishment of ground.
He's yanking your chain.
He's doubting himself right
So miss,
now. I'm
miss,
messing
miss,
with him
miss.
big time.
All right.
Okay.
Designed to identify British
Nope.
And the Marines misses. Yep.
Nope. I'm on round 2, by the way.
Misses.
Maybe I shouldn't be filming this.
Nope.
No, no, you should.
15 minutes later, we'll come back and you will have no Marines left. Huh.
Nope.
So what else has happened? China, nothing happened in there. I was hoping for more there, but
Hit.
Hits.
turns out it's really, really hard to influence
So I only get 1 now.
the
Right?
No, you get 2.
warlords
That's all round 3.
because there's only one territory
Yep.
there. I suppose if I decided to attack the
Miss.
KMT, then that would
Say it's
make a
cock,
difference
but
because
you're
I could
rolling
get
again.
myself more territories. But
That's why
the problem is
I
then
need bigger trays.
No, go for it.
Dan, he's really
No, no,
cooperating with
okay.
me right now, but if I attack his Chinese guys, then he's not going to be so nice to me anymore.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like he's going to come over here, take out the Russians, and just not be so nice anymore.
halfway stage between
Yes.
the old
I'm trying to keep him on my side for now.
and the
No, miss.
So I can stab him right in the back.
Yes.
Miss.
He'll never see it coming. You guys still fighting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Cock.
Yeah. Miss.
Miss.
Holy shit.
Miss.
Miss.
Hit!
Miss.
So much for pan and cooking. Looks like we got all those freaking
Okay.
dice for nothing.
So we got
look,
this
those
down
are 2
here.
British territories for you. 2 free British territories.
Alright, we gotta take these guys out because they're dead.
Once they go to war.
Okay, so, well,
I
you
don't
got
know.
2 militia and an infantry, and I have, well, I guess we'll go after the boats first.
Yeah. What do I have there?
You have 1 submarine, and I have a transport coming in there. And, or it's not transport, a destroyer.
So you go for Java now down here?
Yeah. I got a destroyer and the 2 planes.
And I just have a transport?
No, you have destroyer and a sub.
Okay.
See what he gets first. If he rolls nothing, man, the way he's rolling, I go with your
So
sub.
I have a
You'll probably kill his entire navy.
submarine defends at
There's only fear and good judgment holding you back.
defends at 3 with first strike. And I have a destroyer that says.
I wait and see what his roll is first, though.
Well, he's like,
Okay, tactical.
I
Miss.
think he has a destroyer there, so
No, I mean, see whether or not you want to submerge or not.
Fighter is a hit and destroyer. Miss.
See, like you can submerge. All I'm saying is he's rolling so crappy, and you're rolling so you're taking them all out.
but I still get a. I can roll to attack then submerge, right?
Nope, you one or the other. You pick one or the other. Otherwise, everybody would do that, right?
No, I want to go for it.
What a jam! You're lucky this time.
Destroyer.
So we gotta roll back.
Ooh,
2 hits.
2 hits. See,
is that a target?
if you would have went with the sub, that would have been 3 hits.
I did go with some.
So I guess that's it.
Did you get 2 hits?
No, I only got 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you lose. Which one of these are Dutch?
What's that? These are
Oh,
all.
they're there.
Yeah, they're underneath just a
Sorry.
little.
Why is the combat over?
Well, did you not destroy me? Or, well, I guess you just destroyed 2 of my guys. I guess.
Wait, did I? How many units did I have there?
You got 2 hits, I thought, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how many units do I have there?
You have 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you got 2 hits.
I got 2, yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
so I'll take one on the destroyer, I guess, and I don't know, the fighter.
The spin. The result could be lethal.
And you have to lose one of these, right?
With the same
The sub or the destroyer.
Well, he got 2 hits.
Oh, did you?
No, I only got 1 hit.
Yeah, you only got one hit.
Combat continues, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you keep your destroyer, that's another one at 4.
Yeah, I keep my destroyer.
Yep. Or you could keep this and submerge with it. But I would do the destroyer.
Like if I win here, he can invade.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Then you save Java. And that seaplane.
Is it miss?
Miss.
Miss?
Hit.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, well, those guys are on
Your
there.
island excursions were
That's guy's
wildly
gone.
unsuccessful.
This guy will fly back to here.
So then the amphibious assault, your stuff is going to have to stay on the boats, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
So who's vulnerable actually? It's not.
So 1 is there. And
Yeah, cry.
so this guy is submerged, I guess. So he's still there.
Yep.
Yeah. This guy is 3, so he's got to fly back to
How
there.
much money does Britain got?
So if that guy gets 1,
So that is there.
oh, was he in the sea zone, that fighter? Yeah,
Sorry,
probably.
Sorry, what are you looking at?
The fighter you flew back, it was in the sea zone.
Which one? This one. He went back to the
Yeah,
carrier here,
okay.
over here, or the tactical bomber.
Huh. That was a terrible turn for the Axis. Terrible turn for the Japan. I thought it was funny at first, but then afterwards it wasn't so funny anymore. Now we all got to worry about the Allies. Dan's killing us. Okay then, we'll come back later. To the surprise of absolutely everyone, World War II has begun with an invasion by Italy. Italy starts World War II this time.
French transport.
Italy is attacking a bunch of places in Africa. I don't know why, but Dan moved all his navy out of the med.
It had overestimated British losses and seriously
This is the
underestimated
battle.
the rate of production of new aircraft.
What does really matter? Yeah.
Going after Cairo. So World War II has begun.
The Germans knew very little
How does this make you feel, Dan?
Interesting.
I think you go to full income now, don't you?
Probably.
It had never devised anything like the complex
-2 or 3.
the function
Hopefully more.
Now, were some of those
And then France goes to
ships
full income?
in sea zone below Suez?
Yes, they were.
All right, so they're not participating in the naval bombardment.
So can they not go in through there
What's that?
on their way to attack or not?
Who?
The light cruiser and 2 destroyers.
including signals sent
The light cruiser can. It was more so just put the destroyers in there. If they can't go in the Suez Canal, that's fine. I'll move them out. I just didn't see why they couldn't. But whatever you think.
I think that they've decided like it's going to be an optional rule now. So by moving through a canal before declaring war, like that's what you try to do, right? I'm gonna read about it a little bit and then I'll get back to you while you're
So
going
what
through
was in that
this.
season?
So there was the light cruiser and 2 destroyers. That's all that was in that sea zone.
Anyway, so that's just Italy. What else did they take?
So Italy
They took
took
Nubia.
Nubia. They're invading Western Egypt. They're doing a landing.
So everything but Abyssinia.
And they also took, yeah, exactly. And they also took Cyprus as well.
Oh, okay.
And destroyed a French boat here that was.
So we'll let you know how all that turns out. Okay, so the battling has finally began. We had to look up a lot of things because he was going through straits and canals with his boats at the same time that he was declaring war. And so there's different things starting in hostile sea zones and going to hostile sea zones and all kinds of things. Got to get everything straight, so we're all straight. And the Italians have taken over this place right here, and now they're going for Eastern Egypt. He should have the Italians fight all along instead of those pesky Japanese.
Not the
who
short
can't even take
bombardments.
the Dutch islands.
Okay, now we'll do the two
Actually, the
fighters.
Italians couldn't take out the soldier, could they?
One hit on the fighter and
Nothing.
the two infantry. Let's roll infantry.
Ah,
Misses. So you got one hit
You
on
had
all
two
of
there,
them.
didn't you?
Yeah, but
They're down one.
Oh,
Or
okay.
are they down one?
Mountain infantry?
If
Or
they're
infantry?
if they're landing?
What are you talking about?
Well, they're doing an amphibious landing.
Onto what?
Into Eastern, get into Eastern Egypt.
yeah,
Why wouldn't two be ahead?
Oh, then it is
they're
like a-
it's desert, right?
yeah. But there's no modifier though with desert, is there?
No, this one
It's not desert.
is it not desert?
This is desert here.
No, Eastern Egypt. That's a desert.
Yeah,
That's not desert.
yeah, it is.
That's just
Nope.
regular ground.
No, that's regular ground. That's desert.
Huh.
So
Oh, okay, I see the difference, yeah. It's
so
dark.
+1 for your guys, or is that what it is?
No,
Or -1 for me?
you get -1. Did you roll a 12 on any of those planes?
That's a good question. Did I? Do you think I did?
I think it was 11 or 12.
I do not know.
From the 19th to the 23rd.
I thought that was just a vehicle.
No, planes,
Okay.
oh yeah, vehicle class, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, just vehicle class.
Meantime,
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly, I can't remember if I did or not. So
the bombing of
Nice try though.
Sheffield,
it's clever stuff.
Derby, Coventry.
That's a big
Watch
map.
that guy.
The aim was to criminally
He keeps reading the rules on us.
Yeah. So my fighter dies, right?
Because I got a fighter here.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
was hardly effective.
Okay, so no more bombardment shots. 2 fighters and 2 infantry, and they are 2 now, or they're still down at 1 because of the desert.
So did you kill him with the
Fighter? Yeah.
For RAF.
no with the dude? Like, is it -1 for infantry?
Yeah. All attacking units have -1 attack.
Huh, that sucks. I don't think I've attacked in the desert
That was
yet.
a very
In
good
my
shot.
whole life.
I'm just gonna roll that one again. That is a
Like a day
hit.
at the
Okay.
beaches.
And now
huh?
the planes. No hits. Difficult time.
So
The
just
hell are
one
you doing?
infantry.
Just one, yeah.
Alright.
The battle was North Wing, which was badly damaged on the 24th.
This is on the third round. Yeah.
So what are you drawing? The infantry or the militia?
One infantry.
Okay.
Because I already rolled and missed.
Okay.
Okay.
On the
Hit
30th,
this, then I can
Biggin
take
Hill,
this down.
But that's on the third round, so you still gotta roll for me.
Devon and Hornchurch.
Oh, I still get a roll for him?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll roll the infantry. Misses. Roll the planes. Hits.
Lesser
So one dies though.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, so you still have one more?
No, one died that round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1 died for me, yeah, exactly. Okay.
on the 31st. Devon
So you took it?
Okay, yeah.
Biggin Hill
Wow.
That's too bad.
were attacked.
The Italians opened the game with a bang.
Better than the Japanese did.
The first
Yeah.
British September saw no let up in the fury of the German assault. Day after day, the same airfields were bombed and strafed until many, including several
America's turn.
stations, were barely
Or is there no? There's another battle, isn't there?
Yes, there's one down here in South Africa.
I think maybe one down here too.
You still think we have one there?
Where?
Well, your sub was out there, right?
in believing that the
Mhm.
RAF could be forced
So
to
you
resist in
did you move into here or combat move?
cannon guns
I just moved into there, but whatever you want to do.
the
Oh, I
massive
mean, I might as well kill it if he moves there.
Why?
were extremely
Oh, no.
difficult for the defenders.
You don't have a plane on combat air patrol, right?
No, but he moved into my zone. He's
But-
attacking me.
Yeah, no, he's not attacking you.
And an
Oh, okay.
escort 100 strong.
Oh yeah, your sub. Okay.
You just have, yeah. Like if you had a plane on combat air patrol, you couldn't do that, right?
Experienced man.
Or a seaplane there, right?
Well, anything
Yeah.
on combat air patrol.
Okay, well let's do this one here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we got this fight over here. Well, there's 2 destroyers and a light cruiser against a destroyer and what the heck's this?
German sub.
That's a German sub, which will not be involved in combat, I'm assuming.
He's just watching?
Yep.
Just watch it.
What a pervert.
So, light cruiser, 2 destroyers. Green is light cruiser.
The last month,
This one's caught. Whatever. I don't think it's a hit anymore.
Go
Or
ahead.
is it a hit? We're attacking, right? We have light cruiser.
No, light cruiser is 5.
Light cruiser's 5 and destroyers, yeah, so no.
Alright, one hit.
Go in. Okay, so 1 destroyer gone.
One destroyer down.
And then everything else. And we got 2 hits.
80 wounded.
Nice.
and 200
So 2. Well, I guess you would have had 2 anyway, but yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Look at you.
So this convoys, right?
Yes.
Okay. Same thing, opposing rolls.
Yeah. Actually, I think you got +2.
Yeah.
What is that?
Because you're a sub.
Oh, just sub them.
a bit of dispute between
So doing some convoying.
and Tamric.
Okay.
The command
Oh, wrong dice.
traffic
Yeah, another 6-sided die.
supported the RAF's most celebrated
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
commander, Douglas Fairbanks.
That's about the Italian food.
Turns out even.
Things must be changed.
3 + 2 is 5. Versus a 5.
Or big wing,
Alright, I think that's
3 or even more
hit.
squadrons should be assembled to meet the Germans in force.
Okay.
In the opposing camp,
Place units phase. Now here's the thing, technology, I did not roll Italy's technology roll last time, nor this time. So I'll do both of them if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah.
Because they only have 1 factory and I remember forgetting that one, I think I actually forgot. But I know for 2.
You if I rolled the next one too.
Oh yeah. Wartime economy. And
Looks like a 9.
it looks like a 9, but is it acceptable 9?
Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay. So that would mean that we are in the 2nd spot. But technically now I'm at war though. Can I carry on or should I?
You have to wait till. Is
You have
it?
to wait till 39.
No. I know, but I missed the last one. So should I just
roll.
roll something different or just
Yeah,
roll
roll
again?
something.
Well, what? We're still in 38, right? So.
Yeah.
Roll
So,
for
yeah.
something.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's roll something different. Let's do. We already have jet aircraft. Let's do improved construction. 7. Is that good enough? Yes. Yes. Okay. Done.
All right.
Italy collects any bonuses, which they might get one.
What do the Americans do?
Shoot.
They must be getting lots of money now. All this stuff that
I
all
think
these
they only
guys
get
are doing, the
plus
Russians doesn't
5.
get anything from. We're coming back. Panzer King's getting ready to invade Germany. Or sorry, I mean France. He's setting his stuff up already. Before that happens, though, we got to finish off the American turn and the KMT turn. And the KMT has decided as well. The units are gone. We've moved them over to the battle board. They are going to fight. However, Panzer King already got my battle board, so I'm not going to use one. I'm ready whenever you are.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry about that.
I just have to look up one rule.
Oh, you throw another rule at me.
No, it's actually a rule at me, unfortunately.
So I've got mountain infantry defending in the mountains. So these guys will defend at 5. These guys will defend at 2. This guy will defend at 4, and this guy will defend at 2 as well.
Do you recall what the KMT retreat at? Is it 10 or 11?
Their target was the 3
There's a card right there.
and the 8 battleships of the United States Pacific Fleet based at Pearl Harbor.
10 or more, okay.
10 or more, and that's anybody?
I just retreat, yeah. Oh, each regular infantry and cavalry, okay.
Okay. So he's talking about if he rolls a 10 or more with the KMT, with the infantry or the cavalry, then they have to retreat.
18 American warships, including 6
So that's what I've got. 2, 4,
more vessels,
6 things there. He's got a little stack there.
almost 200 planes were destroyed.
All right.
Okay.
1,000 US
First strike artillery.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese lost their
Nothing.
Nothing. Of course there was nothing.
a stunning victory. Shortly afternoon the next day,
Cost?
Nothing.
declared
Yeah, you can see that's at 12.
Alright. He
Eid.
will retreat.
You what?
Will retreat.
Right.
He doesn't want to fight anymore.
with the destruction
You know, you're doing fine fighting him, but then you decided,
it was over, the Japanese campaign conquest.
I'm glad we finally got something going in China.
Garrisons throughout the region had already been secretly strengthened, and thousands of troops assembled in preparation.
1, 2, 3. So just 3?
Yep.
Okay.
And 2 more fall back.
So 2, 3. All right, I've got actually all 3 of those defend it too, so I'll just roll them all together. And that's a nothing. And then I've got 1 at 4, missed, and 2 at 5. That's 1 hit on you. Okay, so these guys are off.
All right. I no longer have first strike, right?
No longer at first strike, no.
3.
3. That's it. I've got 1 at 4. That's a hit. 2 at 5. 2 more hits. Nice. Noise. I bet Japan's liking that. Everybody's hitting each other. Yay! Thankfully, I never surrendered.
Sinking 12 merchant ships and eliminating Darwin as a valuable allied base. Saw the climax of the Japanese expansion, the inevitable occupation of Java. In a little over 3 months,
Could you move KMT up by 2?
the Pacific Ocean.
I can. They're up to 8.
KMT is.
Sorry, I missed that. Are the communists extinct?
Yes, they are.
No,
Well,
For now.
they're never extinct.
2 infantry.
Japan had achieved all her immediate war aims. Yet in spite of the breathtaking
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
to the security
I mean, no matter what, it's a, well, as long as the communists don't come back, I think that's an allied VP.
of the United States
Well, you could say it's an Axis BP too.
So what else
Oh,
happened?
I get a victory point.
So you're done?
Yeah. Yeah, so they get, how much? 8 more
$8,
bucks?
yeah.
after minor raids on
When does the thing start?
the American carriers,
The
What things?
River Road thing.
You dropped some money around. I have no idea what you
Yeah, I
did.
heard that.
bombed
River Road.
the hub.
Opens July 38 or later. But don't you get a bonus for that? With the
I think only wartime though, right?
No.
Or I guess they're always at war.
Do you unite the warlords by defeating the communists too?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because he would be a major power if that happened. Like he's got all the territories, right?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Skillfully avoiding the protective chain of Japanese-held islands, Hornet and Enterprise penetrated to within 820.
I hate this game and I love this game.
So we're gonna check that out.
Check the,
39.
Okay, so we're moving to January of 1939.
They should be on there. I moved them.
oh, I see.
Oh, we already moved them, okay. Anyway, so that's when more things start to change. Usually the war wouldn't have begun right now, but the Italians took care of that. Because of that, now the Germans are going after France and they're ready to start rolling. One thing we got to do, Dan, why don't you do it? We got to do a roll for the Latin America expansion.
Alright, let's
there.
get another allied coup.
Number 2,
No, we
please.
can't.
Number
Remember?
2.
Oh, alright. 10.
No, we didn't. We do 10.
10. Already
We
done?
did. Yep, we already did that one. So let's roll again. 1 allied coup. My God.
No, we already did that one. Yeah.
No, but you get multiple ones though, right?
No.
Multiple
We
coups?
said we said we were only going to take one off of the chart.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
That we were going to re-roll the chart. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I just because you can do multiple alloy and
Yeah.
Axis and Soviet coups, right?
But that's different though. This is the random events.
Okay. Well, whatever you guys.
Keep going.
I'd prefer an allied coup, but
Yeah, I know you would.
because that would mean
I'm looking for a Soviet coup.
that means there's only ever 3 coups that can happen in South America, right?
Well, this is true. Maybe that's a good thing. No, we got that one too. Japanese influence. 7
Falklands.
Falkland Islands. That does
So you're
not
done dicking
apply.
around over there, or what? What did we get?
Or actually, doesn't apply.
Read it out. Number 7.
Roll again.
Why?
Well, because Germany is at war now, but this is before it's on.
But
at war,
Argentina
so-
is not Axis aligned anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's yeah. You're right. It's for Argentina base, but that doesn't apply because they're not Axis, right? Because that goes to the Axis.
Oh wait, no. Place a submarine base in Buenos Aires or Patagonia.
Who does?
But doesn't it have to be Axis or?
No, it just says that base may be used by German submarines as long as Argentina is neutral or Axis aligned.
No,
If it does not, remove the base. Okay. Reroll?
I guess so.
And until the full might of American industry is brought to bear, the United
And then our allied coup. Well, get to the Axis coup because I like them. 11. Cuban convoy.
Here we go.
Alright.
Roosevelt insisted that further
Germany raids the Caribbean convoy line north of Cuba. German submarines that convoy raid on that line gain +2 convoy rating this turn. But
I think we should have another discussion about the rerolling thing.
Yeah, it seems so odd.
Because it actually specifically says under certain rules,
Yeah.
if you get this one again, reroll.
Yeah.
So you're saying it shouldn't be for other ones?
Yeah.
Because honestly, I believe if 7 allied coups happen, then 7 allied coups happen. It's just it's the way it happens. But you know,
So do we want to say Allied coup happened?
Well, what was the first dice you rolled?
well,
Wasn't that the
it was
10?
repeats. wasn't
No,
it?
the first one was Allied coup.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's the fairest way to do it, and I'm the Axis here. But whatever you guys think.
No, I think if it says
okay. Flip it over and roll again.
Yeah. So roll 1 to 12 and see which place you get next. 4.
Central America.
There you go. Congratulations. You guys are working your way down.
That's American now, because they were already allied.
And it's not worth anything, and it didn't have anything except for 1 infantry. So
Oh well.
look at you.
Cheating your ass off.
The manifest destiny is well at hand.
And I think I forgot to roll.
And so now it's Germany's turn.
I actually forgot to roll my influence last turn.
Did you buy
Influence
one?
for what? Influence for.
South America.
Oh, you were gonna influence somebody.
5.
Yeah, I didn't see you roll it. You paid for it though, didn't you?
I would have had $2. So it's
Okay.
2 or less.
And what were you going for?
Cuba.
Cuba.
Oh, right.
Missed.
Too bad.
So, are you ready or what?
I am ready for my battle.
Technology?
Yes, techs. Do. Yep. I have my tech dice in my pocket. So, let's do it. Now, I'm at war technically, but can I go beyond
It's gonna
mine?
take forever to roll these battles though, so we'll come back after. Tell you what happened.
to extend the
Okay, so we're gonna pause the game now. We have made it to January of 1939. The Germans took their turn, and like when Germany goes to war, when they go after Paris, it's a really long turn, and yeah, it did take us at least an hour because you got to roll, and I'll show you how the rolling came out on that one. So it was not your traditional German roll through the line. They kind of got stuffed on the Maginot line there, and so on their second impulse, they were able to surround Paris and made it through. With the rolls, I think that the Vichy got the better of the rolls. Like for one thing, the Germans got a battleship. There's a battleship for Germany up there because they got to sail at home. Plus they got this cruiser here, a heavy cruiser. And the Vichy, they got a couple of ships there. And the Free French, they only came out with, I think, 3 ships. They got a torpedo boat destroyer, a sub, and a destroyer. Germany almost got, well, we got more than them when you consider the money involved in the 2 ships versus.
Germany got an extra sub too.
Oh, they got another sub as well, right?
And,
Yeah.
and the Vichy got a destroyer and a submarine.
And so, so you can see like all Vichy here, Free French here. Abyssinia, of course, stays Free French because they took that one. It's not original French territory, and that's why you try to keep Abyssinia so that you have some French units guaranteed. They got a couple of them that are worth money there, but I think the money came out 3-3 because at the same time Germany took Syria there, so Germany took that before they rolled. And oh, I guess Japan got these ones over here, so that was a big boost for Japan instead of them going to the Free French. And you roll, there's 4 of them. So New Caledonia, where's that? It's down here somewhere anywhere. It's a French one. And the Vichy got these ones down here as well. So I think the Vichy did better.
And Iraq also went German.
Yeah, oh yeah, because when Iraq went German, because when they took Syria, then they were touching Iraq, so that means they got them. So being in January, like we're going to the Russian turn here, and I'm looking at this, and all of these things that happen, and people are going to a wartime economy. I'm still at my bottom income because nothing that anybody has done changes anything for the commentary. The commies got busted over there by the KMT, and the Republicans are out over there. So it's just Russia now, and they can't do anything. They can't even roll for their sleeping bear yet. It's that early in the game. It just looks a little bit later because the Italians jumped the gun. Now we'll see if that was a good move or not. You know, like it looked like it turned out pretty good for them here, but it's really early in the game. We're ending the pre-war period right now, and we're heading into the wartime. But not everybody's at war yet, of course. Japan still is not at war, and the Americans are not at war, and the Russians are not at war. I think that's just about it, right? America's here. So the Americas have managed to get 3 territories over here. Mexico, Central America, and Brazil, so they're doing really well. Axis, it's been a bust for them down there. They haven't gotten any roll down there. And Turkey is with the Russians. I'm sure you knew that already. If it wasn't for that, I'd say I'm doing really badly, but just because I've lost these guys over here and I've lost these guys over here. But having Turkey there, that puts a little smile on my face anyway. So what you got going on, Dan? You got a plan?
I have something brewing, but
Uh-oh.
it's kind of just waiting and seeing what we can do with these dispersed forces. Where we can hit them for low cost to ourselves.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that like you look at China there, and there's only green guys in there, but half of them are warlords still. So because Japan has not invaded and no other country has gone into Japan, those warlords have remained warlords. And so if it wasn't for that, then the KMT would evolve to a major power. And of course then they could, the rules on what they can do in a game completely changes. I mean, they can go up to and including building a major factory and building ports and everything and ships and stuff. But they still don't have the warlords on their side. So they can't evolve to a major power at this time. But because the British are at war now, that means that the Dutch territories have gone to the British. And the Japanese won't be able to hit them again unless they want to give the Americans that 5d12 roll for attacking the British. Whereas if the Italians hadn't attacked here, then the British wouldn't have gone to war yet, and the Japanese could have taken a second shot at the Money Islands there without giving the Americans those free rolls. Anyway, I'm gonna cut it off here. It's we're done the pre-war era, and I know there's lots of people going to be watching this, so we'll try to get in the next one, I don't know, in a week or so. Try to get as much time as we can. Dan he's leaving us. Apparently there's more women in Victoria or something, being a government town and all. Anyway, that's the end of this video, so take care everyone. General Hand Grenade out.